Right. Hello, hello. Hey, Instagram. Hello, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Hello, guys. How are you? Sorry I'm late. Sometimes technology just isn't your friend, and I had to restart my computer. So here we are. Okay, so today I want to talk to you guys about hello. I want to talk to you guys about running a successful coaching or consulting business. Welcome, welcome. Sorry I'm late, y'all. I had to restart my computer. So we're gonna go ahead and just dive right in. Please feel free to drop your questions or your comments into the chat. And if you are watching the replay, definitely, hey Barbara, definitely feel free to DM me or you can respond directly to the live. I think that's Janine, right? Intentional Queen Journey. Welcome. Okay, so today we're going to focus on four elements of running a successful coaching or consulting business. That's going to be marketing, systems for number two, number three is program delivery, and then number four is profitability and sustainability, guys. So let's talk about marketing first, okay? Marketing first. Marketing is a very broad, right? And there are so many ways to do things. So, people ask me, what's the one strategy that's going to bring them clients? I have to look at them kind of sideways, y'all, because this these questions, it tells me a few things. Number one, it tells me that you have not yet transitioned from an employee mindset to a CEO mindset, right? You're still looking for the easy way out. And let me level set by saying that there's nothing wrong with having a job and or being an employee, right? I've been in both spaces because entrepreneurship isn't for everybody. And I'm not one of those people who's going to say everyone should own their own business because the fact of the matter is some people shouldn't. So if you can't even show up to work on time as an employee, are you really going to show up for your business and show up for yourself? I think what people don't realize is habits are built and formed long before you open your doors as an entrepreneur, right? The second thing I can gather from some of these questions is you don't understand marketing. Marketing is not an exact science, and you are going to have to try a few things out to see how they work for you. What works for me may not work for you in exactly the same way, which is why people pay me to diagnose what they have going on in their business from their offers to their messaging to their target market to their systems. And I have to understand the pieces to be able to help you put the puzzle together, which is going to be different from the person next to you. So you can't cheat from your neighbor, guys. The third thing is you don't understand business quite yet. And I know you don't understand business because you are inadvertently setting yourself up for failure when you're trying to look for that one marketing strategy that's going to take things over the top. So, for those of you who don't know, I have an engineering and a tech background, right? And in the engineering and tech world, this is called a single point of failure, right? So, when you have a single point of failure, that means that your application or your software, your system is not robust enough. And any flaw within the system would cause the whole thing to fail, right? So in the tech world, we actually audit for these things and we create redundancies in our networks and applications so that the entire system doesn't crash if one of those things happens to go down, right? What does that mean in the business world or for your coaching or your consulting business? You need more than one channel of marketing, period. Okay. So when you're marketing because we want to get clients and when we want to have a successful coaching business, you have to have a marketing strategy and you need to have your marketing channels identified and mapped out. So when it comes to getting clients consistently, hey guys, welcome. When it comes to getting clients consistently, one of the things that helps the most is consistency, right? So you need to develop a strategy first that's within the context of your business, within your niche, whatever you got going on, right? And try not to piece things together, right? I know it's tempting trying to piece things together. So when you're asking, like, oh my gosh, how do I get clients? How do I make sales? The coaching industry is oversaturated. Like when I begin working with coaches, there's confusion a lot of times on what it actually takes to make sales. And I've said this time and time again, you just posting on social media does not equal sales. It does not equal sales if you do not have a coaching offer, right? So something to offer people or a signature program. If you don't know who your target audience is, if your messaging is unclear, if you are on platforms where your ideal client does not hang out, you won't be making sales. So if you are in fact marketing on the most optimal platforms for you and it's still not working, that means you're missing something, whether it be in your actual offer, your offer maybe has not been validated, you're marketing to someone that's not your, hey Aaron, marketing to someone that's not your target market, and on your messaging is not magnetic enough. Bottom line, if your offer isn't selling, then it isn't selling, right? I personally would never tell someone, oh yeah, just, increase traffic to your social media platforms, get more visibility, if I don't know what the actual problem is, right? Why? Because more visibility to an offer no one wants is a waste, right? So in the brand builder blueprint, this is why I teach my clients how to launch validated offers and grow their coaching programs. It's no need of marketing an offer that's not going to sell. But I honestly completely understand not wanting to rework like your entire program. I completely get it. I get it, right? But sometimes we have to if we want to get those results that we desire. So I honestly recommend when you're starting out having a marketing strategy on the right platforms, both on and off social media. At least two on social media, at least two off social media. And this means like how you're getting the word out about your actual business as a coach or consultant. So that was number one. Number one was marketing. Number two, let's talk systems. Okay. So systems and tech in your business. I get a lot of questions around this because a lot of coaches and consultants come to me. They say they're not tech savvy. They don't understand all the pieces required. Believe me, I get it because there's a lot out there, a lot to choose from. And the more your business grows, the more sophisticated, in my opinion, your tech can and does need to become, right? So when I say system, also, I don't just mean software, I also mean processes in your business that are now a system that someone else other than you can follow. So those two things, right? Systems for me means applications or software, but it also means process. Um, it's not just about like the robustness of the system, but you would have more systems like inside of systems to make everything run essentially, right? So we talk tech. I recommend that you have at least these following things like bare bones, which is be a web page or a landing page vendor, email vendor, some kind of payment software or shopping cart, and a scheduling software. That's like bare bones to get your business up and running, right? So if you get a customer relationship management system or a CRM, most of them have all these elements inside. But you're definitely going to be also when I personally look for things, I'm looking for things to manage my courses, my digital products, also that can handle a community. So those are just some additional things, but just the bare bones. You need some kind of a web page or a landing page software, an email vendor, payment or shopping cart software, and a scheduling software. You may be able to find a software that has all of these, but those are like bare bones, I think, to be able to get your coaching or consulting business off the ground. You can DM me if you want some suggestions. But when people join my program, like I said, my program is platform neutral, meaning you can have whatever software that you feel comfortable with using because everything's not going to work for everybody. Of course, I have my favorites, but you have to do what's going to work best for you and in your business, right? Also, you need to think about tech needed to run your actual program. So not just like the marketing piece of it, but like what do you need to actually like deliver your program? There's a lot of systems that you can have, but I think like when you're first starting, Google products are going to be your best friend. So like Google Drive, Google Sheets, Google Docs. I still use those things in my business because it's free, and it's a lot easier because people are familiar with it. So take that into consideration too when you're choosing systems. Is this going to be like easy to use for my clients on the client side? Because let me tell you something. If your clients can't figure out how to do stuff, they're gonna be like, I ain't doing it. And then like you're defeating the whole purpose, right? So I know I touched briefly on systems that are required in your business, but remember, like I said, systems is more than just software, it's also processes. So if you're interested in growing your business beyond you, what does that look like? This is where standard operating procedures come into place, or SOPs. Everything in my business has an SOP, from the way that I answer emails to phone to text. There is a minimum standard that I have, which is excellent. So, so I have to make sure that I document everything, so that, as I'm going to be delegating things in my business, someone other than me can do some things and they understand what I'm looking for. So you as a CEO are going to have to do the same thing, right? Think about these things early in your business. You're not going to be able to implement all of them, right? Because it would be just you. But don't get caught in a trap, that's not scalable, right? So that means what works for you right now, but at a large volume, it would fail. So you got to kind of think a little bit ahead and say, okay, this works right now for my like one or two clients, but if I get 10 clients, will the system break, right? And so if that's the case, then we definitely got to move some things around so that it's more manageable for you, so that what you're using or your systems grow with your business and you're not having to like switch things around every 2 seconds, right? I've set my program up in such a way that I can remove myself from certain parts as the business grows so that I'm not the bottleneck of my own business, as things grow, right? So just some things to think about if you are coaches or consultants that do a lot of custom packages, like you give everybody a different price or it's a different thing included, or you do a lot of done for you, DFY, done for you. So like you're doing stuff for people and it's different every single time. That's not scalable on a large level because think about it, you're doing something different. That's not a system that you can put into place. So I do know some coaches that have done for you included in their program, so it's possible, but you do have to put some parameters around it. So just think about that as you start to grow your business. So we've talked about marketing, we talked about systems. The third thing is going to be program delivery, right? Important, right? You're coaching, you're consulting. How are you going to deliver your program? So what does it actually take to deliver a high ticket coaching or consulting program? Well, if you didn't know, it's work involved. You're going to have systems and procedures in place to help you get things done. There's planning, thought, preparation that goes into a well done high ticket program. Okay, well done. That's the key key thing here. But if you're interested in having a high ticket offer or transitioning some of your current offerings to the high ticket space, there are some elements you need to have in place to ensure that it's executed properly. And the first thing I'm going to tell you, and I'll tell anybody, you can't just slap a higher price tag on your offer. That's not how it works. I know people say raise your prices, but like, yes, but you also have to raise the experience as well. Go hand in hand. You can't just like say, this is my $7 offer, it's like $5. That doesn't go. Be more than just. So coaches kind of make that mistake in terms of like taking an existing low offer and saying that it's now 4 figures, and it's really not, right? Oh gosh, Instagram, can you guys hear me? Uh-oh. Instagram, I think can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? My audio still there? I know sometimes when I get a call, I might have to start the live over. Can you guys hear me at all? Somebody let me know if you can hear me. Can you guys hear me? Okay, perfect. All right, just making sure. I know like when the calls come through. Okay, perfect. All right, um, so if you're calling yourself like a high ticket coach or consultant, because of the price, it doesn't mean that you're actually delivering on the high ticket experience, which is really, really important. And this is why I work with coaches and consultants to make sure that they're doing that thing. You have the high ticket price, but you also are offering the high ticket experience. So you need to have a certain things in place. I'm just going to give you guys my top 5, which are an onboarding process, program operations. It needs to be high touch. You need to focus on client results and client experience. Those are my top 5 for delivering, for program delivery for a high ticket coaching or consulting offer. So with that, keeping that in mind, onboarding process. How do people come into your program? What does that look like? Is it the same for everybody? Hence the word process. Program operations. So, how do things operate within the program? Like, when are your coaching calls? What else do you have in the program? Are there meetings outside? Are there accountability meetings? What is happening? People have homework. All these things need to be mapped out, right? High touch. So, anything that's high ticket typically is high touch, meaning they have that time with the coach or coaches that are within the particular program or mastermind or whatever you're running. You don't want to have something where you're saying that you're providing a high ticket coaching program and they never see the coach. Like, you having a high ticket self paced course is a high ticket self paced course. That's not a coaching program. So make sure that you are, number one, properly naming your offers, but number two, delivering on that high ticket experience, which is client experience. Like, what is your client experience from the time they come into your program to them going through it to the time that they leave, and how can you optimize that or make that the best it could possibly be for each and every person that goes through your program? Yes, people are going to have different experiences, but ultimately you want to make sure that you are really providing a premium experience like 99.9% of the time, right? Because we're all human. And then client results. Your program should be results oriented. So, what's the transformation that you're providing, and how are you really getting people from point A to point B? Like, what's the steps? What's the process, right? And again, everybody's experience within that process will be different. So you don't take away someone's personal experience or how they move through the program or resonate with your material. But ultimately, if you are literally doing different things with different people, then you can't make any standard anything around that, right? You can't standardize something that changes all the time. That means you're going to always have to be in the mix, and there's never going to be that time for you to be able to step back and serve your clients at an even higher level when you do certain things like that. So making sure you have a curriculum, right, which is a part of program operations, is very, very key in the steps you're taking people through in your coaching or your consulting program. Okay. So we talked about program delivery. So the fourth thing is going to be profitability and sustainability. This is what hi Eileen. This is what I base my whole business strategy on. Things that are profitable and sustainable. Okay. You might hear me say this all the time. It's because, like, I must build a profitable and sustainable business, right? Like, business itself is going to have ebbs and flows, ups and downs. There are going to be recessions, there are going to be surpluses. That's just the way that life is, that's the way that business is. But you want to be able to move through these situations unscathed, and you want things to continuously flow, right? People are always going to be talking about this is going to happen, that's going to happen. They're talking about recessions right now. But what are you doing to prepare your business, or what have you done to prepare your business to move through what those challenges may be in, the coming months, right? It doesn't mean you won't have difficult times in your business. I don't want to, like, paint that picture that that's like a thing, right? Because business, again, has ups and downs. But what it does mean is that your business is prepared and you will survive. That's the important thing. And the reason why I put this as one of the most important elements for running a successful coaching or consulting business is because I see a lot of business owners, especially new ones, hopping on trends and building their business on trends. And, like, now, I'm not saying don't capitalize on trends, but there is a way to leverage them rather than relying on them. Okay. There's a way to leverage them rather than relying on them. I leverage trends. I don't rely on them, because a trend is a trend. Here today, gone tomorrow. But my business needs to be here today and here tomorrow, right? So for coaches and consultants, there's a few elements that I have that I consider key for profitability and sustainability that I help my clients to implement. Give you guys my top four because I have more, right? It's just, those of you don't know, I'm like, my brain is like a computer, and that's the way that it works. But I'll give you guys four. Signature program is number one. Offer suite is number two. Renewable services is number three. Recurring income is number four, right? Things you want to think about having inside of your coaching or consulting business. Your signature program, I talk about it a lot. This is the best way for your clients to work with you. Your clients will get the biggest results, the greatest impact. It's your main coaching offer. Like, what are you actually coaching people on, right? And so if clients enroll in this coaching or consulting container with you, they will experience that great transformation. This is the one thing you want to be known for. So if you have a signature program, you can build on so many different things here. Speaking topics, books, merch, all these different things, right? Because, if you try to be the jack or drill of all trades and the master of none, your clientele or lack thereof is definitely going to reflect that. Okay. Number two is an offer suite or multiple streams of income. If I could scream this from the mountaintops, I would. Like literally. You need more than one way for people to work with you within the confines of the problem that you solve, right? I think people get this this is why people try to do so many things. They confuse with just having multiple ways to serve their client, I think. But everyone's not going to be able to afford a high ticket offer or a signature program. And also, everyone's not a good fit for it for many different reasons, right? There will be some people who can afford your offer where now is just not a good time, or you haven't built up enough influence, so many different things, right? But if you have nothing else to offer, you may be losing out on a future customer when they are ready. So I get the focus on the one offer things. I hear that a lot in the industry, but I think that there's levels to this. And most people need a stair step approach when it comes to high ticket sales, especially if they've never made that type of investment before. So, you know, um, I don't think, and this is my personal opinion, you're going to be able to sell high ticket if you've not yet made that investment in yourself. Like, this is my opinion. A lot of people disagree with me, but I think you don't see the value, and that comes across in your delivery when you're trying to enroll people in your program. But you got to think if you want somebody to invest the big bucks in you, but you won't invest it in yourself, what is that really saying for how you view your business and how you're going to be able to best serve your clients? So, all I'm saying is that you need to invest at the level at which you respect the return on your investment, right? So, please keep that in mind. The third thing is renewable services. So again, unpopular thing I've seen in the coaching and consulting news, but why kick your clients out of your community, right? I believe your content should be structured in such a way, your program structured in such a way that you can gain value each time you go through the program or they stay in your community longer. The longer they're with you, the more value that they're going to get from being in that ecosystem, being in that space. Hi, Amanda, welcome. Um, the fourth thing is having recurring income. Recurring monthly income equals sustainability. So whether that's through payment plans or memberships or whatever you have set up in your business. So when I say payment plans, I mean payment plans for your coaching program, or you have a membership, or you have something that's recurring. This is what's going to bring you stability month over month, year over year. If you don't have ways to earn recurring income, then we definitely need to get that set up. This is what I help my clients do because you want that stability. Again, profitability and sustainability equals stability in your business, right? So those four things. I know I've said a lot, so let me know if you guys have any questions. Any questions at all, please feel free to drop them into the chat. I'm going to check Facebook. I'm going to check YouTube and LinkedIn to see if there are any questions. Do you guys have any questions? Any questions at all? I'm going to just do a quick recap on the top four elements I think are needed for a successful coaching or consulting business. Number one is going to be marketing. Number two is going to be systems. Number three, program delivery. Number four, profitability and sustainability. Those four things I've kind of like broken down each element. Um, and I can just do like a really quick recap of all of them. So, marketing, of course, is how you get the word out about your business. And I just recommend that coaches, especially when and consultants, when they first start out, they have at least two channels on social media, at least two off to get them started. But again, making sure that you have clarity in your messaging, your target market, and your offer is going to be key here in this situation. Two is systems. Systems means tech, but it also means processes in your business. So, you have to have the right tech to support what you're doing, to include program delivery, but also to be able to manage the influx of clients, potential clients that you're getting, and managing through all the way through the customer journey. And then in terms of like operating procedures in your business, those systems, that's going to be when you are ready to grow your business beyond yourself and ready to like hire a team. You have to have some standards in place in order to be able to do that. The third is program delivery. So, how are you going about delivering your program? What tech might you need for that? And what are some things you need to consider? It's really important that when you are selling at the high ticket level, or you have like high ticket clients, that you're focusing on those essential elements to make your program run efficiently and that your clients actually get results and have a good experience. And then the fourth thing, profitability and sustainability. Basically, having a signature program is definitely going to be key, and definitely one of the things I work with my clients on so that they can then create multiple streams of income and recurring revenue to be able to have that stability that they need in their business. So let me know, guys, if you have any questions, anything at all, anything at all. Um, I don't see any questions from Facebook. So if you guys have questions, let me know. But if you're ready to get your coaching or your consulting business off the ground, you want to launch your high ticket program, or even revamp it, master your messaging, create that consistent income in your business, multiple streams of income, then you'll want to click the link in my bio and apply for the Brand Builder Blueprint. Okay. Definitely click the link in my bio if you're watching me on Instagram, on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. Then the link is in the description of this live, but it's a way to apply to work with me. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, definitely let me know. Let me know. But I hope this has been helpful for you, just kind of hearing some of those elements, things to think about in your business. If you don't have them set up right now, don't worry, it's never too late. But I will say 2023 is upon us. And what are you going to do? Are you going to enter 2023 with a bang and have the best year ever? Or are we going to keep doing what we've been doing and hoping for change? So I definitely would have let that sit with you. I know that I've had to, have that sit with me in my business and think about what am I going to do to take my business to the next level. And so I had to, step out on faith and do what I need to do. So let me know if you have any questions. Please, guys, I want to make sure that these lives are helpful for you and that I am serving my community. All right, guys. So Janine says, thank you. Thank you so much, Janine, for tuning in. Aaron says, great information. Thank you. Thank you so much, Aaron. I appreciate you. Any questions? Any questions at all? Oh, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. I'm actually in the middle of a summit, so I took a break to come and talk to y'all. I'm gonna get back. I'm actually a speaker on the She Said Yes to Herself Unapologetically Summit. So I want to make sure I came off the summit to talk to you guys real quick, but I'm gonna go ahead. Thank you, Tyra, so much. I'm gonna go ahead and jump back in. If you have any questions, please feel free to shoot me a DM on Instagram at I_simply_she, for Facebook at I Simply She, YouTube at I Simply She, and then LinkedIn I'm at Crystal Vernay. So looking forward to connecting with you guys further. Take care. Have a great rest of your Tuesday, and I will see you all later.